Okay, hi, how are you? Hi, Irv
So
Gotti, how are you? I'm Kim SoMajor with the
I took this.
source.
So he's happy. He cried. Go ahead. I'm talking to my Nini. My Nini.
No, it's all good. And I appreciate you taking this time to speak with me, especially, on a Sunday and everything like that. But again, I'm Kim SoMajor with the Source Magazine. Good to talk to you. Just gonna jump right in since our time is limited.
Yeah.
Can you just tell me, like what's the biggest reason that you wanted the Murder Inc. doc to come out? Like, and especially now, like, what's the biggest reason for you?
The biggest reason is I felt it was a great time for me. I felt the ups and downs. The story needed to be told because people been wanting me to do a doc, been because they just like how I run my mouth. I'm a pretty good interview piece because I just keep it real, right? So, but I felt this because I knew I was on my way back up, Kim,
Okay.
and I'm on my way back up, even bigger than the legendary shit that I've done because now I'm doing it not only in music but movies and films, and I'm owning it, you know. And when people say the universe is aligning, you hear
Right.
that bullshit. It kind of is aligning for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That bullshit is kind of real for me, and things just start falling into place, and they're continuing to fall into place with this doc and Tails following the doc, the 1-2 punch. I love Tuesday 9 and 10 p.m. on BET. So I just felt like, I don't know, it felt right. It felt right to tell my story because I have the come up part, I have the success, I have the Def Jam, then the Feds, Kenneth Supreme McGriff, the downfall, what should have been my downfall, the 50 bombing on me. If the Feds wasn't enough, it's 52 bombing on me. I'm supposed to be buried and done. And then lo and behold, I'm coming back like 100 times stronger. So it's also I wanted to tell my story as an inspiration. And I know this is gonna sound corny, but it's real. I wanted kids and my niggas to see and hear my story because BET, when I was filming it, one of the execs at BET, I almost moved her to tears because she was like, I want my son to see this. My son has to see this. And I was like, why? Because she said, Joe, you're saying everything what he's going through. And what
Hmm.
I was saying was, until my dad got laid off, I was fucking off life. I wasn't applying myself. I wasn't taking it serious. So what I said to the viewers and everyone that watches, it's like I take myself out of being Irv Gotti and I basically compare myself to them. And I'm like, yo, I was just like you. I'm 22 years old. I'm playing fucking John Madden 93 for money at a barbershop. And that's my day. I'm fucking off life. I'm not taking it serious. I had the same talent that I had now, but I wasn't applying myself. I wasn't
Right.
going for it.
That launched you
And it
into just
wasn't
that
until
savage.
my dad was gonna get a pension and his job fired him. And I'm at home and I don't know why God put me to see this, but he put me to see this. And my dad is talking to my mom and he's like, I got no education like that. He's like, I don't know what's gonna happen to us or me. And that shit just put a fire in me, Kim, that still burns right now. That
I'm
fire
I'm I'm
lit.
glad that you mentioned that. I'm really glad you mentioned that, Herb, because I wanted to ask you what was the meaning and the purpose. So you got that, but just taking it to a little bit, because I seen that clip where when you gave your dad the keys and just the emotion over it, I wanted to tear up. What was that feeling
I
like
got,
when you were able to
I
just give
can't.
him that for that
Like
first time?
I'm gonna talk about my dad. If I start crying, I start crying. But my dad, I just love the fuck out of him, Kim. Him and Nene, so that moment it's an immortal moment for me because this is the first time I seen my dad cry. And he was crying and he was hugging me and he was like, my boy, my boy. He was so fucking happy. And it wasn't about the car. It was about my boy is a man. He was like, my boy is a man.
It came through. It definitely came through on that.
It meant the world to me. He means the world. He means the world to me. And, you know, I give him and Nene all of the credit and all of the props for me, because I could honestly say if my dad didn't get fired, I probably would have still been in that stupid ass barbershop playing Sega, and there wouldn't be no Irv Gotti.
Right.
You gotta understand, when he got fired, when I say, let me explain to you, when the fire lit in me, that means it was no more wasting 1 second in my life. And certain people, they may never get that, where something happens to them in their life or whatever, and they get that I gotta win.
Right.
No more am I gonna win. It was like, I gotta win. My family needs me. And I'm the youngest of 8. So that's why I said it's weird that why God put me like that. My whole shit is just weird. Why am I Irving Domingo Lorenzo? I was the last child born of 8 kids. Usually the junior is the first son. I have a junior. I have an Irving Domingo the third. He was. Do
you actually ask yourself that, or do you know? Yeah, do you feel like you know your purpose? Listen,
I'm just saying my shit is weird, yo. And I feel very connected with God on a deep, deep spiritual level. I don't go to church because I don't like the pastors and stuff. I think these fuckers is crooked that wants money. You don't ask people for money when you talking about God. So church is a whole other topic that we could talk about. But I am so deeply, deeply spiritual. But when I look at my life, it's certain little bullshit like that I'm like, it's like he had a plan. It's like God had a plan. And it's like I'm God's soldier. Because Kim, I put on so many people, yo.
You have. I want to talk about that, actually.
But you know about the names.
Yeah. I want to know who are the people who you feel like are off the radar. Who are the people that were there with you?
He's DPing. It's the first time this nigga's ever DPing a movie. And I said, fuck it, let's go, nigga.
What's his name?
Him the look. This Carrington, I call her C. She's a PA. I said, Joe, she got a mad cool vibe. I said, Joe, what you want to do in this motherfucker? She said, Joe, I want to be a writer director. She's a PA. Y'all know what a PA is.
Yeah.
She's a fucking PA. I said, Joe, you're going to write and direct. You're going to do an episode of Tales next season. She started crying. I get with Tales when they're shooting, I literally employ hundreds of people. So God, I figured out, I said, he uses me. You know how many people, when it's over, they say, Irv, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was broke. I was praying to God for something to happen, and then you gave me a job. But when they say that to me, I'm like, yo, I'm God's soldier. So he's blessing me. I know my purpose in life. My purpose in life is to bless others. He's going to bless me, and yeah, I'm going to get all this shit and this money, but watch how many motherfuckers is descendants from IG.
Absolutely.
That's going to say, hey, Michael Payton.
Absolutely.
Hold on, Michael Payton. He directed the documentary. You know how he got that fucking job? I was on Instagram. They said, yo, you got to see your doc. It's an unauthorized doc of you. I go on to YouTube. He's on a 30-minute unauthorized doc of me. The shit was dope. I go on Instagram. Yo, whoever did that doc, tell him to holler at me. They was like, yo, no, Gotti's an unauthorized doc. Gotti's going to get at him. Don't give him up. Don't give him up. I said, nah, nigga, I'm going to put this nigga on. Wow. Guess who directed my authorized doc? Michael fucking Payton. Now here's even more. The day I called him, his mother just passed.
That's got to be alignment. That's got to be God.
He buried his mother, and it's Irv Gotti, who he's He loved the fuck out of me, does it. And I'm like, yo, you gonna do my doc, nigga. He's crying like, yo, my mother, I just buried my mother.
What a story. Now I gotta talk
like
about Ja. I gotta talk
like
about
that,
your
when I
connection
tell
with
you
Ja
that,
Rule
Kim, it's
also.
beyond the story. That's when I'm like, yo, God is with me. Like I feel him in me and with me.
I get it.
Goosebumps. I get shit like that. You want to hear? So here's another weird shit. You know, the name of my company is Visionary Ideas. I call it Visionary Ideas because I'm an idea having motherfucker, right? You know where I get most of my ideas, Kim? When I'm knocked out sleeping.
When you're asleep and you remember them when you wake up.
Who the fuck else am I giving it to but God, nigga? It's not like I'm here with Alicia, we talking, we spawn the idea.
When you sleep.
I'm knocked out. I'll wake up and he comes to me and gives it to me in my dreams. I'll give you one. You know I Love Lucy, right?
Yeah.
She has immortal scenes when she's crushing the grapes, and the other one, the chocolate factory.
Classic.
I dreamt it was Cardi B. So Cardi was crushing the grapes. Cardi was fucking thing. I called Bob Backish because he got CBS. I said, yo, I called him at 4 a.m. True story. I said, yo, we got to do I Love Cardi.
Is that in the works?
Cardi's like, we pitched it to Cardi. She ain't moving. She was like, oh, I like it. It's weird shit. Hopefully I get it.
No, I know I get it. Listen, I get it. I'm a hip hop enthusiast. I want to get some more info for our readers. And I want you to talk about your connection with Ja Rule. You know, who started with you was in the Cash Money clique. I mean, on Cash Money Records through TVT. Like, what is that connection like currently, like with you and Ja?
My connection with Ja Rule is I love Ja. It's like no artist, label, relationship. I love this man. He's my brother. There's nothing I won't do for him. The biggest compliment, like I said, I would jump in, if someone shot at Ja, I would jump in front of the bullet.
Wow.
Without a shadow of a doubt, I would take that. Period. I love Ja, and I love our relationship. You know what I'm saying? We root for each other all day. I've really never had one argument with Ja. And it's just
amazing.
Even if we don't speak to each other for months, we both know who the fuck we are to each other, and that it's a real relationship. So Ja, I can't say enough. I love Ja. Ja's my brother.
Whatever happened to the Cash Money Records, the one from TVT? Did Birdman have to buy that when he?
No. First of all, it was Cash Money Click, and it was the name of a group, not the name of a
okay, record. So it wasn't released on a Cash Money Records.
Right. And what happened is one of the members, Chris Black, got incarcerated.
Okay.
He got incarcerated for 5 years because he was an actual drug dealer, and he got locked up for 5 years. And when he got locked up for 5 years, Ja's career took off.
Okay. Let me ask you, can you work with someone that you don't trust?
It's very hard. I'm not a person like that could just separate business and personal. That's why when you hear me talk, you're going to hear about Jay-Z's my brother. This one, it's family. I'm the youngest of 8 kids. So everything that you know about Irv Gotti, know that. He's the youngest of 8 kids, same of him father, and has the best family that he loves. So everything equates to family to me.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about is it 250 million, 300 million?
It's 300 million.
300 million. Can we get into that a little bit?
Was an early quote.
Okay.
Well, the exact deal is I sold my music catalog. I got 100 million for that. The guy who I sold it to, Olivier Chaston, I explained to him why I was selling my catalog, which was for me to own and be able to have the finances to own my own content. Once he heard that, me and him hit it off so crazy, he said, I'll give you a 200 million line of credit. That he gets no ownership of my company. It's like the craziest deal. He has no ownership of my company. So let's say I got to make a TV series, Trap Queens, and it's 30 million. He'll give me the money. I make it, license it to a network. When I get the licensing money, I pay him back 8%. But moving forward, I own it. It's a dream come true. The deal that I signed with Olivier Chastain and his Iconoclast company, for me, I don't know about for anyone else, I'm only speaking for me, was a dream come true. Because right now, like, look, I'm leaving. I got to leave this meeting. I got to catch a flight, right? I'm paying for Tales Presents We Made It in America, which is my first feature film that I'm funding, directing, writing, and producing.
Is that where you're shooting in Atlanta?
But listen, but that in Atlanta, but that deal enables me to do that. You see what I'm saying? So I tell everybody, I said, yo, you feel the way you sold your man. I said, yo, I sold my past to ignite my future. And when I'm a multi-billionaire, no one will question why I did it.
You know, it's August is Black Business Month. So I gotta ask you, you know, just to the younger people, millennials like myself and Xers and everyone else, as they're pursuing their entrepreneurial lifestyle, what are some top tips that you can give them?
Don't give up. If you get rejected and told no, have the confidence and the belief in oneself to keep on going and keep on moving. Be brilliant and just never give up and keep moving forward. Take small steps as victories. Be happy about that little inch you moved over to the goal. And just know you may get told no 1,000 times before you get that one yes. But are you going to be resilient enough to be stick around after the 1,000 no right before you get that yes? So, you know, believe in yourself, believe in what you do. Whatever you do, try and perfect your craft, work at it, become great at it. You may not be great at your craft when you first start off. That's why you're getting told fucking no. But if you keep working and resilient and keep going and going and going, maybe it turns around and you hear that yes because you got better at your craft. So just never give up, believe in yourself, and, you know, keep pushing.
Just a quick question too.
Sorry, Kim, that's actually all we have time for.
Okay, I just gotta say, Londell said you gotta put him in the documentary. He needed to be involved with the documentary. Londell McMillan.
Londell I think he was my lawyer for a brief time. He's one of the.
He was like the doc. I gotta be involved with that.
Black lawyers, and he owns the source now.
Yeah, right? Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kim.
Would you ever do a tour with the Irv, the Murder Inc. tour without Ashanti? Would you? I mean, would you do it?
What do you think? Is it viable? Is it still great?
Yeah. Like I would go. I would buy tickets immediately. Me personally.
I feel differently. I'm like, you know, if it ain't gonna be all of us, it's just not right to me.
Okay. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.